Welcome to another episode of Dungeons and Dragons, 5th edition, Tomb of Annihilation.
That was a long pause.
Actually, it's not reading me. Is my microphone? Yes, my microphone is being picked up. Okay, sorry, we had technical difficulties at the beginning of the stream. My Discord crashed as we were starting off. But hey, Tomb of Annihilation, 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. Here we are.
That's how you know it's official kickoff.
That's right.
Can't start until something crashes.
Yeah.
Quick apology to anybody listening. I may end up coughing in your ear, and I am sorry. I will try not to. So, just like that, but more. All right. So, let's do the usual introductions. We'll start in the bottom right corner there with Kashcah.
Hello. Sorry, that's all I got. I'm DM, so it's not like I
There you
can
go. I don't want to take your glory by naming what you are. So. All right, and then up and left from her, we have Nerevar.
Yeah, that's me, and I'll be playing as Tobias Salazar, human special, special summoner, and he's Arokh Ironscale.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why, but I have the longest introductions in this series.
It's because you're technically playing 3 characters as
Now
of last session.
Yeah.
All right, and next to him we have Kellisto.
I'm Kellisto of the Bear God Clan, and I am a half-elf druid. That's all I got.
Fair enough. And then next to her, without camera today, we have Lyssa.
One day the camera will get fixed. I am playing Valia Bonesmasher, your very friendly Lizardfolk Barbarian. And I have my little companion who's very vicious, Flippy. He's an adolescent XP bird.
Big old 6 hit HP of danger.
Yeah.
I don't know how we've been walking around with 6 hit points of danger this whole time, though.
I know. He's the secret weapon.
I think
we're all protective of him.
Yeah, I think a certain dungeon master likes him. All right, and then next to her we've got myself. I'm Vallen. I will be playing Ulfgar Holderheck, a dwarven bard or a dwarven valor bard / divine sorcerer, multi-class. And last I know, and we also have with us Aelia, who is a Centaur cleric of the grave. Who was previously played by Rorax, since retired the campaign, but we are still bringing her along with us forcefully, shoving her along on the adventure, and we were bedding down in this crypt. This wonderful crypt. Why we're sleeping in a crypt? It's because it's, at the time of bedding down, what we thought to be the safest place that we could find at the moment.
You having second thoughts?
Of course,
sleep somewhere
always
else.
having second thoughts, but we haven't found anything better, and we're all a bunch of us are hurting. So let's see. Last time we were in a room with a glowing skull, and there was some kind of weird spider skull going on, or a spider skeleton with a key for a head running around on the ceiling as well, and we tried reasoning with the glowing skull because it was talking to us telepathically, and it was all like shouting at us, and we were trying to tell it the truth, which is not what we were supposed to have done, as it turns out. And that's what the clues even said. We ignored the clues.
There are clues.
There were, and we're choosing to just ignore them left and right, apparently.
Screw that.
More to that will be said. But Aelia destroyed the skeleton key, which was that skeleton spider critter running around, and the telepathically glowing, talking glowing skull was destroyed as well. We salvaged the skeleton key's skull, and Valia found a staff imbued with the Jakuli god Moa, which transferred into her, forcing her to tell the truth, or at least so we're told.
And now won't leave me.
She's
and
like,
has since grasped onto her and says,
You have opposable
"I like
thumbs.
you. I'm just a hitchhiker." We then heard many skitterings in the walls and hastily retreated to the next level down. We found a large open-mouthed statue that led down into the darkness, with screams emanating from it in the floor of a chamber that had carvings of screaming people all around it. Why wouldn't we want to rest in there? I don't know. So we harvested some bats from it, though.
Yeah,
Thanks
bat
to
kebabs
Kellisto.
for everyone.
Just
Batsicles.
taking
that's
them
right.
out, getting us a little bit of fresh food. We moved on to another area where we found a dead body in a sloped hallway with a staff. Ulfgar nabbed the staff and has since attuned to it, or at least we were settling down so he could. But we decided not to go forward because it looked like a very questionable area and there were dead people in there. So we're like, no, that looked bad. We don't want to be like him. We're going to be like not him. And we moved to a different area. But we found this large door that had 3 undead sticking their heads through the door with like a horse-bitten bridle type thing going on
There's
there.
lots of teeth gnashing.
Yeah, and they were just like going crazy trying to get at us and stuff. And we're like, you know what? This looks like a safer room than that one with the dead person in it. Let's go with the walking dead people. And so we decided to bust down this door, or at least we opened it up. Aelia destroyed the undead that were there, and the door was lifted into a locked position. We entered and found 6 glass cauldrons, as you can see in the corners of the room, and a bronze shield, which is at the very south end of the room. Maybe not to scale, we don't know. We just know it's a bronze shield. Excuse me. And an amulet, all that glowed with magic inside the room. And among many bones and sarcophagus, in a chariot in the middle, which is very near to that. We rested. We decided we would set up a spot to rest. Though I think the amulet that glowed, that was on, was it a pile of riches or something like that?
Yep, there's a bunch of junk on top of the sarcophagus.
Yeah, there was a totally one-eyed Willy setup going on right there. And we're like, yep, maybe we leave that one for One-Eyed Willy, or at least that's what Ulfgar was thinking. And for those that don't get the reference, it's Goonies. So I think that's where we left off. We're setting up the magic hut. Tinder and Arokh were going to be a guard along with Valia because she was feeling fine, funky fresh, with her new companion. Technically, she's playing 3 characters now.
That's true.
Ain't no party like a multiplayer party.
All right, Kashcah.
All right. So
personality split.
yeah.
Attuning to the staff and settling down.
Okay, so you're tuning to the staff. I have to now remember what the heck the staff does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I neglected to mention that the hut is transparent. We can see through it completely.
Mm-hmm.
Just a heads up.
Okay.
Is it really there?
While we are going to be resting, Tobias is going to turn to Kellisto and going to bump in the shoulder. Do you have the stash? Or...
The stash.
Oh.
Wait, you've been holding out on us this whole time?
It first took me a bit to figure out what he's talking about. And I laugh and I hand him a bottle. I assume he wants some
Tash.
Yeah, may I?
Stash.
that was a very rough day. And I'm going to ruffle through my stuff. I'm going to pull off this old copper hand card that I recently obtained, and I've totally forgot about it. And I'm going to pour some tash to it, and think, cheers. I'm going to drink it. Like, oh.
And I pull out another bottle and join him. I'm like, oh, hey, companion.
Drinking buddy.
It's not good to drink alone, right?
Guess not.
And I'm gonna settle down into the corner.
It's a circle.
Well, there's a corner.
Oh, I see the indent. Gotcha. The corner. Okay, gotcha. You called me.
I added the staff to your journal. Mr. Vallen.
Excuse me.
So you can see what it does now that you're basically attuning to it. So are you setting? Can you remind me? Are you setting up watches?
I'll take the first watch.
Where is it, Kashcah?
Yeah, I think it's second.
I think I was taking. I wasn't gonna rest. I don't think.
So I guess I'm not in.
Because I didn't need to.
Okay. So okay, and Valia, you're just staying up the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ulfgar, are you sleeping? Are you taking a watch?
I was attuning to the staff, and then I was probably just gonna head to sleep.
Okay. All right. So Kellisto, you're right. Callisto's watch passes without any incident, so you kind of
good.
Up and about and nothing really happening. It's pretty spooky down here. There's no daylight. You have no idea what time it is. It's this damp, still air that kind of clings to you a little bit. Pretty gross all around. Doesn't smell too great either. But you do manage to find some. Those of you who are sleeping during this period do manage to find some rest. Tobias, you are about halfway through your rest when Arokh alerts you that he can hear something moving around. He says he hears footsteps.
I'm just like shifting bones, like kind of like over here, just kind of walking around the room and kind of pushing bones around and like putting them together.
Making a little bone stack.
Picking your teeth.
Okay, I'm going to stretch and shuffle Ulfgar a little bit just to wake him up. Struggle.
He opens one eye.
Something is outside.
Good.
Wake up, damn it!
Is it coming to us? Excuse me.
Better not be.
Arokh says, I can hear more than one set now. Multiple footsteps.
At this point, I'm on my feet, and I'm going to drop the chatter and be ready to fight.
I use message to talk to Valia and say, Tobias, just told me that Arokh heard footsteps coming our way.
I'm walking around in here. Are you sure that's not what he heard?
Pretty sure. Ulfgar's very groggy.
Alright, I'll get my weapon out and I guess I'm going to hang about here-ish. I guess I'm going to wake everybody up and tell everybody to kind of scoot back to where I can wait by the entrance. See what comes through.
Ulfgar gets up. By the way, Kashcah,
Crawl past Flippy and later.
I don't find the staff on my sheet.
I'm just kind of rolling Kellisto. Come on, move.
It wouldn't be on your sheet, but it would be in that journal tab somewhere.
Oh, okay. Journal tab.
Hang on, maybe.
The doors are closed or open?
It's down in the bottom. Like scroll all the way down.
And the door, I think,
door
was
is
up
open.
in a locked position.
Yep, it's open.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that anybody actually tried to yank on it to see if it would close, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, but
I'd be more concerned with it not opening again.
yeah. Probably the other reason why I'm like, no. Remember that door that almost shut on us?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, I've been trapped in a room with Arokh and got, flamed to death. We're
The question
trapped in
is-
a room with invisible arrows, and I've been trapped in a lot of rooms.
I have a question. Does Arokh smell anything else than just rotten flesh and tomb?
There is kind of a perhaps a stronger odor of rot, maybe. Let me see if these. Make a perception check, and I can give you like what level of detail, Arokh.
I'd be able to smell anything, or it'd be like his weird senses that he's got.
Smells like dead things.
Well, make a perception check as well and see. Okay, so, so Arokh just smells like kind of a increased amount of like it's like there's something wafting strongly from something rotten. Lyssa, I think. Does the dome cancel out odors?
Well, I don't know. It doesn't say anything about that.
Okay, well, we'll assume that it doesn't. Oh wait, hang on, it cancels sound though, right?
I would assume that it probably would prevent odors from passing through, if only because if somebody used like a gaseous cloud or something, it's not going to penetrate.
Yeah, and I was thinking if you can't hear, right,
Yeah.
then that also kind of makes it sound like, you know. So I think, Valia, while you're
can't
in
hear.
the dome, you probably don't smell anything extra.
Okay.
Does it cancel sound from outside or no?
I didn't think it canceled sound at all.
Oh, okay. Can I have the spell description?
Yeah, I don't think it canceled sound as well.
Yes, but you have to tell me what journal you're talking about because I still don't know what.
Okay, alright, I'll get to that. That's not super
Oh,
important.
I know what you're talking about now. Okay, never mind. But let's see, spells, and then it is level 3 spell. There we go.
Thank you.
You are welcome. You're so welcome.
Oh, so it just cancels like mobility through it. Okay, then in that case, right, hang on. Spells and other magical effects can't. Doesn't say. You're right. It doesn't say anything about sound, does it? In that case, I think that you can smells a little bit more like undead to you.
Okay. I just kind of whisper. I'm like, everybody be ready. We might have more dead things coming our way. I know you are excited. Just, contain it.
Mm-hmm. So, you start, Valia, you start to hear as well, the footsteps that Arokh was talking about, and then kind of walking past the doorway. So going in this direction, like this, you see these weird-looking dwarves.
Why are they always dwarves?
Oh my god, it's my nightmare.
Their skin,
Undead dwarf.
their skin is super pale. It looks like they haven't seen sunlight for a very long time. They do appear to be kind of semi-equipped. They've got these weird mask things on that look like it's got like an opening for their face, but otherwise it looks like it's a devil's kind of face over their face, if that makes sense. Like the opening for their face is the devil's mouth,
Okay.
Do they look like the albino dwarves that we found at the Medusa's place?
Kinda, but they look a bit more like not alive anymore. And they just walk past the door. They just walk past the door like that, and then you kind of lose sight of them.
I'm like, there's some really weird looking dwarves, maybe undead out there with masks. Should I follow them?
Arokh sees them walking this way as well. You can you lose them in the corner, but when they get to about here, Arokh can see them walking this way as well.
I'm gonna try to walk. I'm gonna walk up to the edge of the door and see if I can peer around.
Okay. Yeah, these dwarves seem to be like, they go this way, and then they go up the stairs.
Interesting.
Ulfgar's
Okay,
like,
I guess.
right. Back to bed.
I'll kind of come back in. Like, man, that's weird. They had these like weird masks. I'm like, undead doors. That's what nightmares are.
Here, actually, I'm going to show you the handout. There we go.
Ugh.
What?
Oh, those look pretty neat, actually.
They
They
do
do.
look awesome.
Look at that armor. Oh,
Can I
Yeah,
get one
they-
of those as a pet?
Wow, what is wrong with you? I think that's called slavery, Ulfgar. So those guys trundle past, yep, and head up the stairs. They kind of, they do kind of look in the door, but just keep going, actually.
okay then. I guess y'all sleep. Good night. Don't mind the undead. Don't let the undead doors bite.
Ulfgar just kind of settles up against the wall there. Weapons out and everything, just kind of tries closing his eyes and getting some more shut-eye. But he says, oh, right, Kellisto. And he like fumbles around on the ground for that staff. He says, here, this would be better for you.
She's still sleeping.
Oh, well then, he kind of like slides it underneath your hand.
Yeah, I just kind of like scooted her along the dirty floor. Eh.
Sleepy Kellisto is sleepy.
She's
All that
drunk.
Ted- Yeah, all
That's
that
what the
Ted-
ted is just for. Yeah, exactly, so you can sleep through this crap.
I just cover her up. Have happy test stream.
So maybe about half an hour goes by. Again, it's really difficult to tell time down here. Like there's no reference point as to how much. It feels like maybe about half an hour. And Arokh says again, I can hear footsteps, more footsteps.
More movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out back here.
Like whatever.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out where I was and on alert basically after that.
So another one of these guys comes up to the door and is kind of like, I mean, they're doing like this undead shuffle, right? Shuffle along, shuffle, and he's shuffling
call it
like
the
he's gonna
mash.
come around the corner and into the area where you are, and then kind of like stops and looks at everybody
If I may.
and goes back this way.
Okay. If I recall, the door was actually only about halfway open and locked, and then we just went underneath it.
I mean, they're short.
Okay. Always gotta pick on the height, don't you?
Well, actually, he would still do if you couldn't see, you might see him kind of stoop a little bit, and, like look under the door a little bit,
Rock
kind
is
of
just
like
staring
looks
back
around,
at him.
and then you see him shuffle back the other way. Arokh does, and anybody else who's awake.
Okay, I think at this point I'm gonna wake everybody. I'm like, guys, I'm just pushing Callisto with my claw foot. I'm like, Callisto, you need to wake up. We have undead dwarves. It's your worst nightmare.
Why is it always dwarves?
Why do y'all always have to be undead? Why?
I wake up and I kind of like feel something on my hand, and I pick up the staff and I kind of look at Ulfgar and like.
He goes,
what?
You, excuse me, you should, yeah, that's better for you.
What way?
Yeah. Just focus on it for a bit. It's good for you.
I just like put it in my backpack, and I'm like, okay.
He says it'll be better than that sharp thing you got there.
Better than my scimitar.
Arokh, could Arokh make another perception check?
It's also a good walking staff.
Please.
None shall pass.
Arokh hears stone grinding.
Of course he does.
And then it's like shuffle. He was hearing the dwarf shuffling back, back in this direction, right?
Mm-hmm.
So shuffle, 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 and no more noise. That's my stone grinding noise.
They're like
Thank you
pushing
very
a
much.
cannon up
It's
the
more
stairs.
like I don't even know what kind of noise that was. Was that like a Star Trek door noise? I don't know. Anyway, he hears this kind of stone like. There we go. That's a better stone grinding noise. Then shuffle, shuffle. As
I've
it
got a
grinds
stone
back.
in my pocket over there. You want me to...
No, shut up. Yeah, it is like Darth Vader's lightsaber. Boom. Anyway, guys are no help. So yeah, but it's that kind of stone grinding noise. Anyway, there we go. That's
Okay.
all I'm gonna say on the matter.
I know. I think I know what's going on here, but I'm not sure if Arokh will be smart enough to figure it out.
What about Tobias? Or your collective of thoughts.
Yeah.
Just brainstorming.
They are Borg.
It's no longer Tobias. What does Tobias know or think? It's what does the collective know?
This episode of Tomb of Annihilation brought to you by all the Star Trek references I can possibly fit in.
This adventuring party just walked into the meat grinder room. I don't know what they're doing in there, but I figure we just turn it on. What do you think, George? Sounds like a good plan to me.
His name's not George, okay?
All right. Tomb Dwarf A.
His shirt was
They're
slightly
like
red in
minions.
color.
They don't really have names.
He was wearing slightly red colored. Oh,
That's the color of
They all,
Ulfgar's hair.
because they're gonna die. They're all gonna die anyway.
Hang on. Wasn't there an ability that allows you to get sense what time of day is?
maybe you got one.
I'm fresh out of watch spells.
I've read about this about the feat that allows this.
Yeah, there's a feat that does that. I don't have it.
Siri, what time is
I have 2 feet.
And I mean, Callisto can tell the weather for the next day or two.
That is true. Yes, I don't know how much that would do
Mm.
us any good in the tomb.
Tell me, oh great god of meteorology.
Okay, because Tobias is going to turn to everybody, and I think what we saw there was some sort of security watch.
Right.
You weren't suspicious that we have not encountered anyone besides that weird masked creature.
I mean, the place is completely trapped.
I'm not mentioning the skeleton.
I mean, the place is trapped and obviously hostile to entrance, so I didn't figure that there was much in here besides mindless automatons and maybe that one character we saw.
You did see a dead dude down the corridor. It's where the staff came from.
Right.
Yeah, does that look to you like automaton?
Well, he's not exactly living now, is he?
He
Traps,
did-
right?
He didn't get a close look. He's
I
just
didn't think it was a big highway for people to come in and,
he
and
looked
just
dead.
wander about.
So.
But I suppose an undead guard walking around shouldn't be a surprise either, now you mention it.
Yeah, but they just came out of nowhere.
Well, we haven't exactly explored the entire place.
Mm,
We haven't gone all the way down these stairs either.
yeah, actually I suspect there might be much more hidden passages.
I assume you're right. I was just hoping that they were pretty mindless and they'd leave people alone that weren't actively wandering, and we'd get a sleep in, you know? What sleep we can get in this accommodation, as he kind of like does one of these with all the bones and stuff everywhere.
You notice some of the bones were in a nice, neat stack.
And he's like, accommodation, and then he, did you do that? Looking over at Valia.
I didn't do anything.
Right. So, any idea about how much rest we might have got?
You've had about 3 hours.
Oh, so we're not up to full.
No.
The question is, we might go and shut the door close, but I'm not sure if this would prevent them entering and at any time with any sort of hidden entrance to this room.
I'm not too sure I want to be locked in a room with you guys again. Remember what happened last time?
Remember, we're in a room with a lot of dead things and magical things, and there's lots of traps. I don't know that there's a safe place for us to rest in this place.
I think we should just kill all the dead dwarfs. And pre-dead dwarfs.
They're leaving us alone. Shouldn't we just sleep?
Well, the one, he didn't go the same way as the other two. He looked in and he went back where he came from. So we may be left alone for now.
Excuse me. So what you want to do? Stick it out, wait to see if they come back in numbers. Continue on, pursue them. Go back to sleep.
I mean, I'm ready for whatever comes to that door, so whatever y'all decide. We should probably decide quick, because that guy's been gone a little bit. He may be back any time, maybe with friends.
Well, if we could try to get recovery, then we could recover, you know, our strength, which would be great for the next fight.
I agree.
Kashcah, would we have rested enough to have gotten a short rest in, so I can regain hit points for that?
Yep, you got a short rest.
Okay. Then
You're a dwarf, you got a short.
You got a short rest.
Always picking on the dwarf.
Oh, and he gets max hit points. Nice.
Oops.
Well, still got a bit
See
to
what
go.
all that friendly banter does?
Well, I suppose we should just go then and like, you know.
Well, which way? We go around to one of these other corners or up the stairs where the other two went? We already know what's in one room where, you know, we got batsicles from that one.
Maybe we should focus on this room that we
Well,
are in.
The shield is magical. The glass urns are magical. and I didn't want to mention it before because I didn't want people to start inspecting things in the middle of the night, especially those that like to make small bone piles. But there's an amulet that's also glowing.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
What? I thought that it wasn't you, was it?
No, it was not me.
Well then, we're fine here. So there's an amulet that's also magical in that pile of gold that I'm worried about, because they've all got the same types of magic on them, and they could all potentially be traps, could all potentially be beneficial, but I have a feeling that most likely they're not beneficial.
It's a trap.
Right.
Mm.
Let's do that.
What about this coffin?
What about what?
The big sarcophagus in the room.
Oh, it's not magic.
We should still open
Do we really want to?
Not quite the elephant in the room, but it'll do.
Right.
Well, I'm wondering if it's part of the trap, so I don't know.
I'm gonna walk over to it, stretch out my hands and pop my knuckles. I'm like, okay, everybody stand back.
Ulfgar's already pretty well stood back.
Is your doodad still going or no?
Doodad?
The hut?
He hasn't left it yet. He's not putting it down yet.
Okay, alright, just checking.
One more.
I'm gonna climb on this thing to see if I can open this sarcophagus.
There we go.
It's probably gonna be a bad idea, but we're gonna do it anyway. Go all in.
Okay, so you're climbing on the chariot, you kind of like clamber up on the chariot and you're gonna try and lift the lid.
Yeah.
Okay, doke. So you climb up there, and actually, the lid doesn't seem to be particularly heavy at all. So you're pretty.
You see me I'm like, oh, even though it's not heavy, I'm like, oh.
However, while you're doing that, and everybody's like, I don't know, watching what you're doing, you hear this clinking sound. Click, 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 click. It's like it's almost like there's like a little earthquake going on, and then you kind of look around, or maybe you do, but if you look around, you'll notice that the giant jars, the giant glass cauldrons, are kind of shaking a little bit. And the clinking that you hear is the bones, like, inside them, clinking against the glass.
This isn't a good sign.
I stop in mid-lift. I stop in mid-lift. I'm like, I'll just slowly lower it back. Put my hands up.
And out, it's very, Children of the Hydra's teeth. Oh my god, I love this scene. It's very Children of the Hydra's teeth.
Makes a little,
where this kind of like, you see the bones, kind of some of the bones in the glass cauldrons kind of like start to form up, like they're like skeleton assemble, and these kind of like arms like start clambering out of this glass cauldron, and then one of the skulls is like and his head like rights itself,
so much easier for them when I put them together,
and kind of lifts its rib cage up, and like as it's lifting its rib cage up, all these other little bones are like falling out from between the ribs, and then out comes a leg. This glass core, and this is happening at all 6 of them. So,
quick, shoot them. I'm keeping the shield up.
We've got one here.
They don't have like weird mossy things growing out of their backs, do they?
Got one here. Hang on.
You best break those cauldrons. So don't want more coming.
I able to peek in the sarcophagus while I have it halfway open?
Yeah, you can take a swift peek. Sure.
Yeah, I want to look in there. Like, what is it?
Is there any little tiny skeletons I can put in my pocket?
They.
Oh God, no baby skeletons, please.
In the sarcophagus you see bones actually, but the bones you see look incredibly fine. They're like really slender, and they don't look human size at all. They're kind of like in a different shape, but without lifting the lid all the way off, it's tough to kind of see what the shape of the skeleton is.
Soulmonger shaped.
Well, I'm just gonna flip the lid off because at this point I see these guys. I don't think there's no returning, so I'm
Throw
just
the
flipping
lid
the lid
at.
off. I'm like, I think this is mommy.
Throw
So
the lid at.
one thing I should say before you do that as well is, as you're lifting the lid, because it's got all this coin and treasure and stuff on top of it, the coins start sliding. Like they're all kind of, just all this coins
I forgot
that's
that was
sliding
on the lid.
off the lid,
yeah.
kind of into
I
the
forgot
chariot.
it was all. Yeah, I forgot all the.
Including you see also there's some gold cups as well. There's some gold pins, there's an amulet, there's a gold torque as well. So all of the stuff that was on top of the sarcophagus is kind of sliding off, and torques are like those things that you wear around your neck. So I don't know if you want to grab any of that while it's sliding away from you, or if you're just gonna...
No, I'm just gonna let it go.
Okay.
I got my bag of holdings full.
Like, no more room. Okay, so you're just gonna flip
Yeah, we're just
the
gonna
lid.
table
Okay.
flip this thing.
All right. So then the lid flips down to the floor next to Tinder here, with this massive clang, 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 clang of like bronze lid on stone floor. And inside the sarcophagus, you see the skull and bones of an Iblis, which was the bird, the big bird thing.
Big bird?
Big
Did
bird.
You just call it a big bird?
I mean, Big Bird's skeleton is inside the sarcophagus. R.I.P.
So this is one of the gods'
Big bird.
corpses. Maybe.
Yep, I think we just disturbed one of the gods. Sorry, gods, whoever you are. You in my head. Can you see this?
Moa says, yes, of course I can.
This one of your god friends?
She says, yes, that's, well, I mean, that skeleton isn't my god friend, but that is a representation of Papa Zottel.
Papa Zottel. Interesting.
Skeletons are
Okay.
climbing out. FYI.
Well, we have a problem. I look at everybody. We have a problem.
Yep.
And more skeletons. Ooh.
Yep.
Is there anything else in just the skeleton by itself in there?
Just the skeleton. Yep.
Are there more popping out of the freaking cauldrons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, except I accidentally clicked on that. Yep. So, So, what about everybody else? What's everybody else doing?
I pull the staff out of my pack and I look at Ulfgar and say, "What am I supposed to do with this?"
He said, "You're supposed to have attuned to it. It's too late now.
I don't know what that means.
You're supposed to have focused on it for a half hour."
Oh,
So
well, too late
grumpy.
now.
Jeez. Grumpy.
He's
oh my
like-
You
God.
told me that when you gave it to me.
He's like, "Quick, like, zap him or something. I'm holding up this shield so we've got a place to retreat to." Aelia, can't you just like,
Can't you just
She's like, "I can only do that with my god's blessing, and so often."
So, shall we make initiative rolls?
Did you just say, "Shall we make oh shit rolls"?
Oh
Is
shit!
that what you
rolls?
just said?
That's what I said.
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
Oh shit! There we go. Oh, Skellies, nice one, Skellies.
All right, let's see. Aelia, initiative, and Ulfgar. Initiative. There we are.
Hey, I got an 18. Okay.
Okay.
Yay, I always get us into fun.
All right. So, fun.
The what?
Skelly rushes in, cannot see your hut.
Mm-hmm.
So swings at you and bounces off of it. He's got a short sword.
Yay. Okay.
This Skelly's gonna run in here. This one's gonna run here, here. And this one does the same thing. Tries to smack you, Kellisto, and just bounces off the tiny hut.
For once, I'm actually pretty glad that I left it up.
These guys are going to clamber out some more. And then those ones are going to take some attack rolls. Okay, so we've got 2 attacking Tinder and 2 attacking Valia. I mean, don't worry, their attacks really... these are the 2 on Tinder.
Don't worry, their attacks are...
Nothing hits.
Okay, and then these 2 on Valia.
Just one hit.
Okay. All right. So that's their turn.
Okay.
Arokh.
You'll have to fix my initiative up there for put it at it's 8.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
One day I'll figure out how to do the double roll and take the high one. I haven't figured that out yet, but
Okay. Let me boost you.
Question is, can we move to the dome as we please?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
for example, Arokh will be able to go and grab Valia.
Feasibly, if you wanted to, you could exit the dome, do an attack, spell, whatever, and then retreat back into it if you have enough movement. You can do that. Ulfgar, on the other hand, can only affect those within the dome. Cannot do anything. If he leaves the dome, it drops.
Yeah, but the question is,
you cannot
Arokh...
cast through it. You can walk through it. Arokh is stuck because he's too big.
Wait, why is he stuck?
He's too big. That's why he's never been in the dome. He's considered a large creature. Anything large or larger, if allowed into the dome, would instantly pop it.
Oh.
Yeah, but the question is, he will be able to just pass. How high is the ceiling on this room?
I can tell you.
That's a good question.
12,
You might be able to
12 feet high.
Oh, he's got a 2-foot space. You can Maker's Call him, right?
I already did. I called him from Naziz's place.
It's what you get for being all showy with these super cool special abilities.
So Arokh could try and fly over the top. I think I would like him to make a dexterity check to see if he can do that without accidentally dipping into the bubble, as he has quite a small gap. If you think he's like, 2 feet? The bubble is 10 feet tall?
It's a 10-foot radius, and I cast it on the ground.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, it's going to be a super tight fit.
Mm-hmm.
Tight squeeze.
Yeah. He would have to, hug the ceiling. But it's up to you. So it's going to be kind of a high DC. But he could...
It gets stuck. Fire breath.
Oh, I mean, that's a good question. Ulfgar, knowing that if Arokh enters the bubble...
I did not give him permission to.
Oh, okay. So he can't accidentally pop at them.
Right.
So he could try and clamber over it then.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Okay, so Arokh is going to leap over the dome and try to squeeze through and get some more reasonable distance to the valley.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take 10 feet off his total movement. I don't remember what that is. But because he's got to try and squeeze through the top of it, past the top of it.
So should he make a strength or dexterity check?
No, he doesn't need to do that. It's just gonna take him a little bit longer because he's got to like squeeze through.
Okay, so that will be 25 plus. Okay, he will have like 5 feet of movement left.
Okay. So what's he doing?
Okay, he's moving closer to the Valia. And hang on, is this? There's not too much room to hover. Okay, he's going to smack the skeleton next to her
Okay.
with a multi-attack.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes, legal. I wanted to go in the chat. Yes. Oh.
Okay. Cool.
So he's will be able to do three attacks, and he's going to claw him. There's 1, 2, and third attack.
So the first one hits. Okay. Oh, actually, let me see. Do they have? Okay. Nope, they're good. All right. Yep. So he takes a claw to the rib cage, and some damage from that. Okay. Any bonus actions that he wants to do?
I should wing perfect him. I forgot about this. Okay. One last claw as bonus action.
Okay. Oh, that hits. So this Skelly, he takes the 8. So he is very well damaged now. On the stake scale, he looks well done. He's a well done stake. Okay. Valia.
All right. I'm just like, crap. What now? So I'm gonna rage as a bonus, and I will attack this one.
Okay.
Sorry.
He's more wily than you expected. He kind of like dodges out of the way and clacks his jaw at you. That one hits. And he's done.
How dare you!
Clack, clack, clack.
It's right on top of his head, punked.
Yeah.
And
Excuse me.
let's see. I'm trying to think what I can I just stand in the sarcophagus with the bone?
I mean, sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand inside of it.
Okay.
Just for giggles.
Okay.
And then I guess that's it.
All right. Okie doke. Aelia.
I think she's going to call on her ancestors.
Okay. Spirit Guardians, go.
Yeah, which I will click on it. At level.
Oh, go Spirit Guardian.
Hold on a second here. May cast is higher. The damage increases by 1d8 for each spell slot.
Valia always getting us in trouble.
Somebody's got to.
Oh, she doesn't have any 4th level spells. Alright, so yeah. Submit. There you go.
I mean, I just thought it was too uneventful as sneaking around a tomb and all.
And then she needs a circle. Hold on here.
So that's when they start, at the start of their turn, right? Yeah, they make wisdom saving throws at the start of their turn. Okay.
Or when they enter it for the first time. But
Okay.
either way. Let's do Spirit Guardian color. And then it's what, 15 feet diameter. So that's 5, 10, 15. And then up to here. It's actually going to be a bit awkward, but I could do it to here. That's a square. Crap.
That's a square.
I thought it was Alt. Draw shape.
Yeah,
Hey,
it should
hold
be Alt.
Yeah, all right. Let's try that color again. And then Alt.
Have you seen
Ah,
the
there we
like,
go.
physical spell circles that you can get when you're playing on table?
Yeah, I need to get
Those
some
are
of
so
those.
cool.
Yeah,
Those are
And
so cool.
then
I need to
down.
get like digital versions of those. I'm sure there is
There.
some in the marketplace.
Probably.
Right, but she is also going to step
They'd be
out.
super fancy.
She is going to walk out here.
Okay.
And let's move this to be about where she is. There-ish. There we go.
Okay.
And I think she only has a bonus action. And I don't think that there's much she's going to do there. Hold on a second. So anything she can do is a bonus action? I mean, because that does cost an action to do. So plus action to attack rolls you make with spear. No, that's Spearmaster. So they don't. Will they not get attacked until they won't take damage until the beginning of their turn, or?
I mean, that's how I read it.
Okay. Okay. Well, as a bonus action on her turn, she will increase the reach of her spear by 5 feet. There you go, because she's a Spearmaster.
Nice.
You never know if that'll come into handy for attacking things nearby.
Okay. Thank you. Tobias?
Okay, Tobias being smart as he is, that he saw that skeletons came out of the cauldrons. He is going to aim for the cauldron and he's going to cast Guiding Bolt on it.
Okie doke. I forget what kind of damage that does. Is that radiant damage as well?
Yeah, radiant damage.
Okay.
Yep.
It hits. I'm going to aim for this one.
Yep, that hits.
And
you're aiming for
we'll be on first level.
Okay. Alright. I should have a spot to write these down. Okay, let me just write them in this doodad here. Okay, so you see a big crack appear in the side of it, but it does not shatter it completely.
Hey boy.
Anything else you would like to do?
Actually, I'm going to use my bonus action to assume parrying stance.
Okay.
So I'm going to gain +1 AC for the next turn.
Nice. Alright, Kellisto, you're up.
I'm going to change into an ape and attack.
Nice.
What kind of ape? Like a giant ape?
No, just a regular ape.
That works too.
That does not hit though, unless you get some kind of bonus for.
No, it's but I do have a multi-attack.
Oh, nice. Okay, the first one misses though, unfortunately.
Okay.
Oh, that hits.
That's not too bad.
Okay, cool.
Great babe, great babe.
He takes a big punch to the chest, kind of cracks his collarbone.
Awesome.
Okay. Alright. Tinder.
Tinder's surrounded. She's going down next turn.
Tinder?
Excuse me.
Near?
Okay, Tinder. She's going for attack because basically she does the same as Arokh.
Okay.
And she's going to aim for this one. And she's going to use a wing buffet.
Okay.
Just could we clarify this? Because it does 1d6 plus dex or strength.
Plus strength or dex.
Strength or dex, but there is no specified attack roll for this.
Hang on. Let's have a look. One moment. I'm not familiar with this.
It being just a regular attack that it would be trained in, it would get proficiency plus 1d20, I would imagine. But then, I don't know.
Yeah, these are, I think, because it's in the kind of the same thing, yeah, as a bunch of these attacks. So I think you do still need to make an attack roll.
Oh, but then,
Okay.
yeah, depending if it's strength or dexterity, so then it would be strength or dexterity plus proficiency plus 1d20. Sorry, I will stop talking.
Okay, you're helping. No worries. You're useful. Okay. That will be counted as a natural weapon, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
So then will be multi-attack.
Sure.
Attack.
You could do multiple flaps. Sure.
Granting 2 wing buffet
multi-flap.
attacks. So I'm able to attack twice in one attack.
Mm-hmm.
I read this right?
Yep, I agree.
Oh, that will be a flurry of hits.
Right, hang on. An Eidolon cannot make more wing buffet attacks in a turn than twice the number of wing buffet evolutions it has. Did you read that last bit? The last sentence in...
Okay,
To make more. Aha, so okay, so I can make 2 buffet wing attacks, and then rest. They can be either rest of my natural
Yeah.
weapon,
Yeah, so the second one there hits.
and will be one tail slap. Oops, missed.
Can you give me the damage for that wing buffet?
Okay, here we go.
Okay, and it was this one, right?
Yeah, this one.
Okay.
Claw and claw as a bonus action.
Okay.
Tinder is shit. Yeah, sure, but because she doesn't have the mind of the real Tinder. Yeah, fair, yeah, that seems fair enough.
we might have the mind of the real Tinder in the bag if you really want. You know.
The bag of holding. Nice and squishy.
Might not be in the same shape.
All right, Ulfgar, what you doing?
Keeping Flippy safe. Actually, let's see. What kind of stuff can I do? Used up my 4th level. Do major image in here.
That's not even concentration spell, so you can just... Okay.
Excuse me. Shoot. he's just gonna give some inspiration to Arokh.
Okay.
Blows the horn, and then he'll say, "We need to smash those urns. I'll keep holding the bubble up unless people don't want me to anymore. Flippy dang it, get back behind me, you daft bird!" And he tries pulling the bird behind him so that it's in the hallway instead.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
All right.
He's got both weapons out at this point. Oh, there you go. That's the rest of his action, is pulling his weapons out if he didn't already have them.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Then Skelly's turn. So first of all, let's do the damage for these 4 fellas over here.
All right.
What was it?
Here, I can roll the dice. 3d8.
Why, thank you. Yeah. Pretty sure this one's gonna kick the bucket.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that one, oh, damn it, the thing is, okay, there we go. That one is toast. Actually, hang on.
Well, they make a save.
Oh, but even at half, right? Do they take half?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, even at half, that one's toast. And even at half, this one is toast as well. So then 2 wisdom savings from
Toast.
the Skellies. Ooh, what's the DC?
Toast. What?
What's the DC?
This question is often asked. Allow me to click on the spell sheet and say the DC is 15.
Okay, so they both made it. Looks like they made it. Okay, so they're still pretty well damaged from this.
What about this one?
What about him?
Is he affected?
I don't know.
Is it-
He's kind of like, he's only got one leg in, hasn't he? It's like, put your left leg in, you put your left leg in.
And are the urns affected?
The urns. God damn it. One question at a time. It does say creatures.
Okay.
So I would say no, the urns are not affected. And I'm gonna do 1d2. Okay, odds that dude. Oh, it helps if I put an R in there, huh? That dude takes damage. Evens, he does not. He's good. Sorry. He's probably just gonna run in anyway. I don't know why I'm making a big deal out of this. Okay, because yeah, they are running in. So actually, let me just make the wisdom save for him because I just talked myself into it.
Clearly, DM, half of his head is in the circle.
It's the half he didn't need, alright? He's dead anyway. He just failed his save, so he's done. Okay, so let's see. Alright, we're gonna do movement next, and then I'm gonna do any attacks. So this guy is running in because he's an idiot. And he needs to make a wisdom check. Oh, he made the DC. So he's still got some life left in him.
He's like, hey, my friends are running that way and they're dying. I'm gonna go see what's going on.
This guy is gonna run up to Arokh. This guy's gonna run over here. This guy is gonna kind of stand on his friend, his dead pal a little bit. Right, and then guess what else happens?
They all give up and say, "Happy birthday!" And then a skeleton jumps out of the sarcophagus and blows a kazoo.
Hey, you know what? This guy, this poor schmuck right here, doesn't even get out the thing. And
Great.
And he's already failed
It's
and
working.
dead.
He's like, I joined party. Never mind.
You guys are making a racket in here.
Right, yeah, totally. Poor guy.
Never mind.
Didn't see it coming. Never saw it coming. Alright, let's do attacks. So this guy again is like, let's see that again, and tries like stabbing Ulfgar, and just sword ends up. Yeah. Boing.
He
Ulfgar's
knows
just
you're
kinda
in
like-
there. He's just like,
He is doing like it is like a zombie at the window kind of thing, and like in like 28 days later or something, the skeleton's like.
Mhm.
Right, this one is still gonna. He's got like one breath left in him to attack Kellisto with. These two over here are going to attack Tinder with their last moments on this earth.
Nope.
Then yeah, this guy and this guy are going to attack Valia. 1, 2.
the one always gets me. The bottom one there.
He's the luckiest skelly in the land.
Just point at him. You're next.
Trying to think, this guy, would he climb up? I think he will just climb up.
Gross.
It's gonna attack as well. Alright, and I think we're done. Skelly turn is over. Arokh.
Arokh is going to that will provoke attack of opportunity. Damn it!
They're tiny, puny skellies. Suck it up, Buttercup. They have noodle arms. Come on. Almost literally. If you put them in water.
Yeah, with Vinegar.
Yeah.
Maybe then. Oh, okay. Back to. There will be still more of them. You know, they still have like we attack. So yeah. What the heck? Like, how far is this? Okay, far enough. Arokh is going to try rush around and dash to this position right here.
Okay.
And probably there will be 3 attack of opportunities.
So hang on a
At
sec.
least.
Because underneath Arokh, right, this thing here is a statue. So you can occupy that space if you want, but you're going to get disadvantage on rolls because you're trying to fight or attack or move or whatever in the same place as a statue. So
Okay. So let's say here.
all right, those 2 skellies are going to swing at you as you're exiting.
Nope.
So that's the first one and the second one.
That hits.
Okay.
So it'll be -5 for Arokh.
I totally forgot about the statues being back.
And the question is that will get Ulfgar. That's the question.
He's in the bubble.
Oh, okay. Arokh is going to unleash his brave weapon in 30-foot cone. Just enough.
He's in the bubble. He doesn't get hurt.
And hopefully covering these 2 jars as well. Cauldrons. They are cauldrons, right?
Yeah, they're cauldrons.
So-
Yeah, big glass cauldrons.
So in this
Gotcha.
area, brave weapon of fire damage.
Okay.
Boink. That doesn't matter because it hits and they have to make a dexterity save.
Okay. So the jar just takes damage because it can't
It's-
dodge. And let's do, how many skellies have we got here?
Very
Ooh.
dexterous ones.
3 of them. Okay, so the first one is so shifty. Second and third. Okay, so we're gonna say it's the one just climbing out of the jar that is the. He's nice and fresh, so he managed to make his dex save.
This wine is
This is affecting this jar also, or only one?
I mean, the way you've drawn it doesn't look like it's gonna hit that jar. But what's the diameter or the angle of the triangle?
It's either 60-foot line or 30-foot cone.
Oh, then yeah, you could get that because that cone is definitely not 30 feet wide. So yeah, let's do one more dex save then for that skelly. He makes that, but hang on, half damage. That's still. Oh dear. Actually, that one's
Too strong.
Yep. So, and these, hang on, let me check the glass cauldrons. Okay. So these 2 cauldrons shatter. And bones just spill out across the floor.
And more skeletons assembles.
By these 2, you mean these 2?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
No, that should do it.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Actually, I'm just gonna move these skeletons to the side for a moment so I can put a red X across. Whoop, whoop, and then whoop, whoop. That one's dead and that one's dead.
Nerevar, would you be so kind as to remove your fire breath from the battlefield?
Why?
Like, but fire.
But fire.
Butt fire? No, there's no butt fire.
That might make things easier in here.
Yeah, Rotten should add a cone tool just so you will be able to draw
Yeah.
single cone.
Yeah, I need to just get the tokens, honestly. Yeah. I get paid on Monday. Maybe I'll do that. Found an initiative count 20. Or I can probably just find some free ones. Okay. Alright, I laugh.
Did you do the attacks of opportunity?
The attacks of opportunity on what?
Arokh. For
Yes,
fun.
I did.
Okay.
I did. But I need to do another attack.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Okay, so. Okay. I'm assuming, yeah, that. So. The Arokh is hit from, hang on, from like this direction. I wonder what could be hitting him.
Hey, we activated the shield.
With what felt like a magical spear just kind of slams into him from that from the direction of that shield. And does a bunch of force damage.
Into who?
Arokh.
28.
Does 26 force damage. The 28 was the roll to hit, and the 26 is the force damage.
And he just got hit by the shield?
It was, well, to Arokh, it felt like a magical spear. Pierced his dragon body.
It just came from that direction.
And it came from the direction of the shield.
Yep.
You hear a roar of pain.
What? And out came flame.
The flame was before.
Yeah. Okay. And is there anything else Arokh wants to do? I know he did his breath weapon, he did his movement. I think he probably still has a little bit of movement left as well.
Kind of. Okay, if he's going to back out.
Okay. All right.
Since if he just like he just got piked.
Right. Valia.
Okay, do I see him getting hit by anything?
Yeah, you probably noticed this energy. It was almost like lightning, but it was just this kind of bolt of energy arced out from the shield. It wasn't, I mean, not quite like lightning where it's like, connected, but just arcs out and spears Arokh. It's like an energy kind of shaped, or a spear-shaped energy bolt. There we go.
Right. Okay. So I think what I will do, I'm going to hit this guy first, and I'm gonna tell this guy, "You're still next. Don't worry, I'll get to you."
Okay. That hits. Yep. He's dead.
Okay, now it's his turn. I'm like, now you.
Smashy.
Ah, crap.
That still hits.
Kashcah, I want a question because tokens of Tinder and Arokh are connected. Whenever I'm changing the hit points value, they change it on the both of them.
Oh, we need to
They're just copied.
yeah, we'll need a separate. It's because actually, here's what we can do. Right, is let's disconnect this from Arokh for now. Still need to have it controlled by you. Okay, so you should be able to change them independently now.
Okay, and that's my bonus hit for this guy here.
Okay,
Meanwhile,
that
Valia's
hits
just-
but doesn't quite
Yeah, I
pulverize
figured
him.
kill. That's fine. I am going to go ahead and take the opportunity of him hitting me, and I'm going to back up a little bit to this corner.
Okay, very good.
Because I see these guys coming in dying. I'm like, I know what this is. I've seen this before.
You can kind of see the spiritual centaurs
Oh, yeah.
galloping around as well. So
And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this swing from him, and I'm yelling, "The shield's active! Be careful!"
I
I'm
think
just realizing I opened myself up to being a target.
he had actually already used his reaction for an attack of opportunity on Arokh, so he's got nothing.
I just kind of hop back,
It's
kind
like
of scattering
flipping
the
the double
bones out of
birds
the
as you-
sarcophagus a little bit by accident. I'm like, sorry.
Nice. Okay.
When I'm moving backwards real quick, I don't know if I would with all this stuff going on. Would I see where that amulet rolled off to? Is it still on the wagon?
It's all kind of like collected down in this groove down
Okay,
here.
so
Like,
it's all in this mess.
yeah, it's like a jumble of like coin, and there's cups, and there's pins, and
If I wanted to look for it, it would be a full action.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. That's my whole turn.
okay. We might come back to Aelia because, yeah. Aelia has wandered off for a sec. I think he's just letting a dog out. So, Tobias.
Okay, I'm going to target once again this jar
Okay. Cool.
with my guiding bolt.
Oh yeah, it does have an AC. Hang on. Let me look. I'm like, why am I looking at this? Okay. You're not sure if it's gonna damage it or not, so you could roll your damage and find out. That seems to kind of like resist that. Doesn't hit it this time. Okay. Anything else you would like to do?
No, I'm just holding my parrying stance.
Okay. Aelia, we briefly skipped over, so
Oh, sorry.
that's all right.
Skeleton that's right in front of her. Is it still doing okay?
Wait, this one, this fella here.
Yeah.
No, he is not doing okay.
All right.
Far from okay.
She will move another 5 foot,
Mhm.
taking her stuff with her. And then she will proceed to try stabbing at the urn
Oh, okay.
with her spear.
Do it.
Or she could do Sacred Flame on it. She's going to try her spear first. And then
That. Okay.
damage. 9 piercing.
Hang on, let me look at how much I had. And what? It's HP. So you kind of Aelia buries the tip of the spear right in the crack that Tobias had created and does a bunch more damage. And it looks like it's on the brink of kind of shattering, but still doesn't quite.
All right. And
Mm,
that gets target
even with advantage?
no charge.
You have
She's gonna-
advantage?
What?
Does Aelia have advantage?
What difference would that
From
Because the first number was her better number to hit anyway.
Oh, but inspiration. Sorry, maybe is that what you meant, Tobias? Does Aelia have inspiration?
no, because the after I hit this cauldron for the first time with Guiding Bolt, he have this dim glow that allows for for advantage.
Yeah, which guiding bolt would have given advantage.
Yeah, so he hit it and he did damage to it, but not quite enough damage to shatter it.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, Aelia hit it, so she hit
Yeah.
it and she did damage, but not quite enough to shatter it.
Oh, okay, no, because I was thinking you just take the 11 for a hit.
Right.
Okay, got it.
That was something else. I'm sorry. I'm still looking at her different stats on here, different abilities. You have to forgive me. Is this she's a friendly creature can see or hear you. Expend a spirit. The creature can immediately use its reaction to make one weapon attack. Adding spirit. Okay, so she'll use Commander's Strike and use her bonus action to direct one of her companions to strike, which would be Kellisto. When you do so, choose a friendly creature who can see or hear you and expend one superiority die, which she will use one of those. That creature can immediately use its reaction to make one weapon attack, adding the superiority die to the attack's damage roll, which her superiority dies are 1d8s. So, Kellisto, you get a free attack that uses up your reaction,
Okay.
and you gain an extra d8 of damage if you hit.
So if I have a multi-fist attack, do I still only do one?
You're getting one free attack right now from her.
I'm going to attack the thing closest to me then.
Yep.
No, actually, I'm not going to. I'm going to do a ranged attack against the cold.
Okay.
That hits it.
And whatever you do, plus an extra d8 of damage.
Yep, so the cauldron, that one, final shatters.
Smash.
So bones just kind of spill across the floor to your feet.
And where is her? And that's it for her turn. Yeah, that's it for her turn. I'm going to take down one of her superiority die. Go. Cool.
Okay. So then, Kellisto, it is actually your turn.
Well, I will target that dude in front.
Cool.
I assume that doesn't hit.
No, sorry.
Well, I will use my other fist.
Fucking A and fucking B.
That
There you
That
go.
hits. And he's dead.
Nice.
and I'm gonna move towards the other cauldron.
Okay. Cool. All right, Tinder.
Never.
Okay, Tinder is going to do the same fashion as Arokh. She's going to stand beside the Kellisto.
Okay. This Skelly is going to get an attack opportunity on you. Oop.
Oh, that's a
That
good
hits.
attack.
That hits. That hits. And she's going to unleash her brave weapon in a 30-foot cone. So let's do it like so. Like this.
Sure.
It should be.
Yep.
Yeah, it's in the range.
Mm-hmm.
Burn.
Okay.
It doesn't matter because it hits.
Oh, okay, so they're gonna make dex saves. Whoop, and whoop, and they both fail. Okay, so these skellies are dead. Except that thing is in the way, so I can't actually click the. There we go.
How about the jars?
And the jars are also dead. Yep. I'm gonna move the skellies over so I can draw on them.
By the way, Arokh does not have inspiration because Ulfgar tried using it and Arokh was on the other side of the bubble.
Oh,
It blocks magical effects.
okay.
Excuse me, when did you try to give Arokh inspiration? Because I missed.
A while ago. That's fine. At least I'm pretty sure it was him. I don't think it was anybody else.
Alright, anything else Tinder wants to do?
She's going to, as bonus action, claw on the scaly next to her.
Okay. Nope. Skelly lives another day, maybe. Well, another 6 seconds at least. Less than that because it's about to expire from the spirit guardians. Alright, Ulfgar.
Nope, nothing really going on there. Go get him, team. One left over there.
Yeah, you just like.
I mean, he's pretty much just holding the door at this point, just making
Hold
sure
the
everybody
door.
can retreat.
Hold the door. Yeah, he really holding the door.
Yep,
Oof.
totally.
All right. So
He will give inspiration to Tobias.
okay. All right. What was it? Is wisdom against the spirit guardians? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, that's Skelly.
I have no idea. I'm just saying yes.
Oop, you're terrible.
Spell, Spirit Guardians. There you go.
Yeah, wisdom. Okay, so that a Skelly that's all the way in the bubble fails. They both fail. Okay, so
Do you want me
wait.
to roll fresh damage?
Yeah, please. Do you mind? Sorry.
No, I don't mind.
It's always fun rolling damage anyway. Yeah, they're dead. That one especially. Actually, both of them especially, because they didn't have full hit points to begin with. Okay. So then last Skelly over here finishes hopping out of the jar and runs in to swing at Arokh. Oh, with a yeah, with a critical hit. Nice one, Skelly.
There's still this one here.
What's that?
This Skelly here.
Really? Is there a live one? This one is going to try and clamber up onto here, and swings at Valia. Sorry, Valia. Vallen pointed it. It's his fault. But I think he misses anyway. So
Yeah, definitely.
okay, he's just moving closer to get
hit.
punched, basically.
Yeah, one hits, but that's fine. I need him to hit.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't know it, but he's doing you a solid. Alright, I think that's all the Skellies then. Okay, so then same thing again, where the shield produces another energy spear, and it is shooting towards well, let's do 50-50, right? Evens it's Arokh, odds it's Valia. 1d2. Evens. Sorry, Arokh. So he rolls. Okay. It was.
So I was even number.
Oh, Arokh was evens, didn't I say?
Oh yes, sorry,
Yes.
Arokh.
And
Okay,
then
I can't rewind it to find out.
Okay, that's 27 is for attack roll.
yep. And
Yeah,
then
that hits.
Come on, all ones. Come on, all ones.
oh, there it was.
Those aren't ones.
Okay, Arokh is finished.
Eric's gonna go take a sleep. My shift has ended.
Okay. So Arokh turns into his
Excuse me.
yeah, returns to Tobias's gauntlet.
Yeah, I swear out loudly.
Valia, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to take this guy out here.
That hits. And he's done.
Watch out for that
Okay,
shield.
Yeah, that's the other thing I'm
Says the
worried
guy
about.
hiding in his hut. Good lord.
You take shelter in here.
And I'm gonna do a search for the amulet. Go kill more guys.
Choices.
Always agree.
I'm gonna search for the amulet, so I'll spend the rest of my action trying to sift through the mess, see if I can find it, see if it does anything to stop them or figure out this bone situation.
Okay.
Can I crouch down behind these two guys on the wagon though, or like between them?
Yeah, you could kind of like take cover actually kind of like partially behind the sarcophagus actually as well. You're like...
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to kind of like wiggle down between everything.
Yeah, it'll give you like a big bonus to your AC taking cover.
Yeah, definitely.
Hold,
so I can search for this.
Hold the sarcophagus lid up in front of you.
Okay, so you.
I threw it in the floor. Remember? I taped it.
Yeah. It's like over here. This skelly died on it.
Yeah.
So you kind of are like crouched down behind the sarcophagus, and you're sifting through. There's coins and cups and junk. Make a investigation check, actually, to see. Okay. So and.
I'm not using the end of my warhammer to scoot things around into me and back and forth.
Yeah. So you see it. Yeah, you kind of shoved the cups aside with your warhammer, and you see the amulet there.
Yeah, I'm pulling it to me and gonna pick it up, and hopefully it doesn't like hurt me or.
Okay. So
how many personalities can you store in you?
Everybody notices these around the walls of the room. Actually, these strange shadows start shifting. It's really eerie, just like, because nothing is casting these shadows, but these shadows are just like shifting across the walls, and they start forming into this outline of this long-legged bird, and it's swooping around. The shadow is swooping around on the walls of the room, so everybody can see this going on, and then it swoops up onto the ceiling and directly above you, Valia, and its beak stabs down at you. Suddenly becomes kind of material, and this beak stabs down at you, and it doesn't do any damage, but the whole bird kind of ends up like the whole shadow of the bird ends up like stabbing down. First it's the beak, followed by the head and the legs, and it stabs down into you from the ceiling, and you absorb the whole shadow of this bird. And through your mind echoes a voice that says, "You will do as I command."
Oh, I just scream really loud. I'm like, not again!
Ulfgar's like, no, you don't know what it's gonna do. Oh, crap.
Okay, so let me put this in your journal.
Note to self, stop picking things up, Valia.
Valia. There you go. So I've added the handout to your journal.
Okay.
So that's kind of, yeah, it's an interesting floor for you. So you now have this kind of, well, anyway, we'll come back to that in just a second, because we are still in turn order, and we'll come back to what happens when you're inhabited by two spirits in just a moment.
Oh gosh, this is gonna be a mess.
Aelia, what would Aelia like to do? Charge.
She's gonna set her spear.
Okie doke.
And then she's going to charge. And charge into the urn.
Okay. All right.
And she's also going to take her whole force fieldy bit with her for however long it's going to last. We shall see. Let's see. And setting spear. Where is it? Hold on. I go find it. D68 from the D8. Set your spear to receive a charge. As a bonus action, choose a creature you can see. Oh, creature.
What does it do? And I'll decide if that's okay with you.
There you go. It's the second paragraph.
If that creature moves within your spear's reach on its next turn, you can make a melee attack. Yeah, it's not going to count because the cauldron can't move. Do you want to do something else?
Well, she's still going to try charging and smashing the spear. or
Okay.
smashing the urn.
Okay.
Um,
The attack hits, the target takes an extra. Okay. Yeah. That part I will agree with.
what part?
The part where if you would. Oh, wait, hang on, but that's on the. Hang on 1 second, let me read this whole thing. If the creature moves within your space reach on its next turn, you can make a melee attack against it. If the attack hits, so that part is
Don't
all
really
kind of
count.
like, doesn't really
Reaction.
count.
Yeah. Oh, so is that all that's for? Is that you can make a reaction attack on it? Hold on. I thought that it.
I think
like,
it's
did
giving you
extra-
extra damage on a reaction attack.
I
right?
thought it was extra damage on the charge. If you wield the spear with 2 hands, you can't use this. Okay, I'm rather confused on that one. But
I thought, doesn't Aelia have a charge thing from being a Centaur?
to increase her reach. Does she? Oh. Sorry. If you move at least 20 feet straight forward, you have a melee weapon attack in the same turn, roll the weapon's damage dice twice and add them together. Once you use this ability, you can't use it again until you finish. Yeah, she's going to do that then. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Multiple
Yeah.
charges.
And it's a complex character to play.
Yeah, and she's going to be attacking, still one-handed with the spear, because she's trying to keep her shield up.
Okay.
21 to hit. And the damage, then it says weapons damage dice twice, which it is, 1d8. So then let me do another d8's worth here. Plus that. Oh, that was a good roll.
Okay. So it has taken 14 damage.
14 piercing.
Okay, so it's got a fairly hefty crack down the side of it, but has not been destroyed.
She will take an action surge,
Ooh, okay.
which means she gets a full attack again.
Okay.
And yeah, she's pretty much just going to attack it straight up again. So we'll just do another spear to hit. I have no idea if that's even going to hit it, but it's a giant urn that's not moving. So up to you to determine.
That is not going to that damage is not going to be successful. How's
Okay.
that? It's not that you don't hit the urn, it's just glass is not
Just kind of glances off
yeah,
as it's round.
exactly.
And then her bonus action, she's going to do the same thing she did last time. She's going to use one of her superiority dice. Where is it? There it is. And give Kellisto an extra attack. But there's nothing nearby, so she's not going to do that. Never mind. She's not going to do that at all. She's done with her turn.
Okay.
Take that
Tobias.
superiority die back.
Actually, I'm going to move on the side next to Ulfgar, and I'm going to target the last urn.
You have to pass
With my-
through the bubble.
Yeah, it's a good point actually. I had let you hit with guiding bolt previously when I shouldn't have, because you'd have to step outside the bubble to.
Yeah. Technically, you can step outside, shoot, and you can step back inside.
So we can say that that's what was done previously. Maybe. I don't.
But you. Why not establish that we are able to cast from the inside out?
No, the bubble is not too. You can see through it. That's all. It stops all magical effects.
So incoming and outgoing.
Yes. This is why I can only affect things that are within the bubble.
That's why presumably that's why you're still holding the bubble. But...
Yep. Step out, take your shot, step back in. You got enough movement.
Okay, so I'm stepping outside, targeting last glass cauldron, my guiding bolt.
Pew pew.
Does it hit?
Yep, that
Oh.
hits.
Okay, and for good measure, it will be on level 2.
Yeah, that shatters it. So let me move that skelly out the way. And
And I'm stepping back in.
done.
Well done.
Okay.
Valia, you okay? Valia.
Anything, Callisto?
I'm
Anything you
just
would like
like
to?
shaking my head.
We still have 2 skellies in play, so I'm just gonna kind of keep it going until.
Well, and a
That
magical
was-
spear-wielding shield.
Yep, and the shield. You're gonna do something about that,
I'm
presumably.
gonna move towards the skeletons that are there, but I can't get there this.
Okay. All right. How about Tinder?
The hints. The back sitting. Okay, she probably go and what?
I don't know what he's doing.
Okay, she's going to dash to the rest of the enemies. And he goes for it was 40, it was 30 feet, okay. And she's going to do 2 claw attacks as part of multi-attack.
The first one hits.
And 1 tail slap.
The first claw and the tail slap hit.
Okay, that's a claw, and that's a tail.
Okay, so that skelly, you managed to just finish it. Done. Okay. Ulfgar, you sticking around in your hut?
Yep. He's actually going to move within it over here to Valia. And he's reaching a hand to her saying, "Come inside the bubble. Get in here."
Okay. Alright. The last skelly is gonna make his wisdom. Oh, he did make it. Could I have a fresh damage roll for the Spirit Guardians, please?
I shall try. There you go.
Oh, so it takes half damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Still alive.
It's radiant.
Hang on. Are they vulnerable to Radiant?
Most undead are, but I don't know if he is.
It does not say. He's got damage vulnerabilities and Radiant is not listed there. So
Okay.
I'm giving it to him because it's all he's got. Okay. Skelly is still standing.
Okay.
Okay. So again, the shield, spear-shaped energy bolt arcs out from it, and this time is going to hit at Aelia. So
That hits.
rolls to hit, and then hang on, I can't. It's 4, right?
It's plus 10.
Yeah, it is 4. Oh, 10 points of damage to Aelia.
Okay.
Okay, Valia, let's deal with this because this is fun. So you have immediately Moa and Papa Zottel start having an argument in your head.
Oh shit.
and they are yelling and screaming at each other, and it's so loud, and it just takes over like any possible thought you had, and it's like it's almost like it's physical damage just because it's so loud inside your head. These two spirits arguing and fighting with each other, and it's like a battle, right, going on inside your head. So we are going to we're going to make a roll, and I would like you to assign even to one god and odd to the other.
Okay, goodness.
Assign one to yourself too.
I mean, I've tried to give the staff up, and the boa refuses, because to be honest, the other one's more my character along the realms of what I do. But I guess I'll do Moa as 1, and was it Papazaro as 2? As
Okay.
evens?
Okay, here we go. Fuck. Oh, there you go. Okay. So you get get to keep the one you like.
Yeah.
So there's this incredible.
Yes, there never are, definitely is.
There's this incredible kind of battle of wills between the two spirits going on inside your mind at the moment, and eventually
I just yell, one of y'all cannot stay, and you got to go. I'm sorry. Like holding my head, like my claws, like actually digging into my own head by accident, not thinking. I'm just like, y'all, stop it.
So yeah, Ulfgar, you see this. It's kind of disturbing.
And he's like, come inside. It's okay. Come just a little further. There's laser beams going on out there. You don't want to be caught out. Come inside the bubble.
I just take the staff and I just toss it on the ground. Like I'm just like, I toss it on the ground.
Okay.
And I just sit there. I'm not even going to try to move at this point because I don't think I can think properly.
Yeah. So this battle
Like,
kind
that'll
of
probably
goes.
take my whole action.
Yeah. So the battle kind of goes on for a minute, and Papazotl ends up kind of gaining the upper hand, and Moa is forced from your body. So Ulfgar, you see kind of like what Valia just described she's doing it, and then this spirit that's kind of shaped like a jaculi, right? Angrily kind of exits or is thrown from Valia's body.
Mm-hmm. Which he's like really close to right now with hand outstretched.
Yep. So it kind of spirals up in the air for a moment and is flying around the room angrily. Well, flying around kind of just up above Valia's head angrily, and then kind of you see its head kind of like raise and look down at you, and then just rushes straight at you.
Yeah.
So,
which pretty sure that souls are not considered magical effects, so I'm pretty sure it just goes right on through.
Okay, so there you go.
Can I shove Ulfgar out of the way?
It's like a fly ball at a pace bucket. I got it.
right. Make a dexterity
you
check.
Get a god, and you get a god.
Tobias. Well, actually, make a strength check, and then Ulfgar. Sorry, Tobias. Strength check because you're shoving him out of the way. And Ulfgar, are you going to allow yourself to be shoved, or do you resist being shoved?
Probably not, because he wouldn't have expected it.
Okay. So yeah, just make a strength check, Tobias, and we'll see. Okay, yeah, you can shove Ulfgar out the way.
While I will be able to dodge the spirit.
Oh, you're trying to dodge out the way of the spirit as well?
Yeah.
Then make a dex check as well.
Was I supposed to make a dex?
No, hang on.
She's at the door again. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, it's up to you.
Yeah, so you dodge out the way of the spirit. You kind of shove Ulfgar. He ends up taking a step this way, and you're able to kind of step back from the spirit. And but the spirit does kind of just immediately whirl around and heads into Ulfgar anyway. So it's kind of like it's got its mindset on Ulfgar now, and you see this Jakuli-shaped spirit just kind of
I kind of expected it to go after Flippy.
you know, if I thought Flippy's little brain could handle being inhabited by a spirit, maybe.
Especially that one.
I think it took one look at Flippy and went, "No thanks," and then whoop, straight towards Ulfgar.
I'll take my chances here.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real estate.
Mhm. So you are still, Moa still inhabited you.
Okay.
You were shoved. There was a bit of a Moa thought for a second about Flippy, then said no thanks. Straight.
Is there any
So
kind
close.
of battle
close.
of wills, or is it just we just get to talk?
You just. I don't think there is a battle of wills. Let me just double check the. Oh, no, actually make a charisma saving throw. Sorry, I forgot about this from last time. It's been a while.
Oh yeah.
You should choose Flippy.
Okay,
Did
so
I
you
just like digest him? I don't know. What did happen?
You probably are like you are working for me now.
The bubble is gone, by the way.
Okay, bubble is gone.
Because
Yeah.
if I got pushed out of it,
I'm gonna delete it. Okay. Oh, you did.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, not sorry.
Okay, so you're.
until you get hit by the lightning spear.
Okay, so okay, so you kind of momentarily like this you have this like psychological or psychic tussle with this spirit, right? So this spirit is like bursts into your body kind of thing.
No, you don't.
And you're kind of have this battle of wills with it where Moa's like, yes, I do. And you're like, no, you don't. And you're able to actually overcome Moa's will with your nat 20 there. And and Moa's spirit is thrown once again out of the body. She is getting pretty like she has what's the word I'm looking for? She has rejection issues now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Moa's spirit just kind of circles around a little bit again. And Tobias, she is going to make a rush for you. You are the next closest intelligent being. So
Thanks.
There's always Valia. And then,
no, Moa's not doing that again. So make a charisma saving throw. As this spirit just kind of like, this Jakuli spirit just rushes you and inhabits your noggin.
Oh, you're really gonna have a fun time with chatter.
Okay.
Just saying.
No.
Yeah, so that is not, let me check. Yeah, the DC is more than that. So you kind of feel this spirit actually just kind of settle down and get comfortable in your mind as you're not quite able to resist in this battle of wills that you have with her.
Poor character.
Does Chatter have something to say?
Oh, and Chatter, 5 characters? Are you really playing 5 characters right now?
Okay, there we go.
Sorry.
So I've added the Moa Spirit handout to the journal tab now. So you now have this the spirit.
Oh, okay. Mwah.
So Callisto, yeah, this is like all going on behind you.
There's still a skelly, and there's still a magic shield. It's shooting bolts.
Yeah.
And Valia and Ulfgar and Tobias are yelling at each other.
Okay. So Aelia is wait, Callisto, did you? Oh, sorry, it's Aelia's turn. Valia just had the battle with the spirits. Okay, sorry, we got a little bit out of order there, but Aelia.
She drops the shield. She took damage.
Oh, okay.
So she tries to take out the skelly.
Okay.
With a stab.
That hits. Pretty sure it's dead. Yep, it's dead.
And then with her remaining movement, she tries to move more or less back here if possible, out of view of the shield. She's trying to take cover behind these statues.
Okay.
And she's motioning to Callisto and Arokh, get out of the way of the shield. It's going to shoot again.
Okay.
That's it.
Tobias is not there, I think. So, alright, Callisto. We'll come back to Tobias.
So there's just can I notice whether I think I can rip the thing off the
I
could
don't
try.
know that anybody's really like checked it out to that level yet.
Well, I'll go to it and see what I
Okay.
I try to rip it off the wall.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's hanging on the wall from some leather straps.
Alright, I rip it off.
Okay. So it's, are you just kind of chucking it on the floor, or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Giant gorilla.
Well, let's. Are you doing anything particular with it? Like when it's on the floor, or?
No, I just threw it on the floor so it's face.
So it's face down.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Anything else you would like to do?
I would like to climb the Empire State Building, but no.
Murder all your party.
I guess I'll move. Well, no, I already moved. That's it. That's my whole turn.
Okay. Tinder? And Tobias as well, by the way.
Actually, Tobias will be like for a while on his knees, and he's going to be backing up.
Chatter says to you, "This is not a good idea. Get rid of her."
I just look at Tinder. What?
He says, "Not her. Moa. Get rid of Moa."
Maybe I will get rid of you. You're very sorry.
He says, "Yes, I think you should. Pass me to the Lizardfolk."
I think I'll do it my way.
He says, "Just remember how much power I have given you."
It's still nothing.
Um,
I barely use it. You barely hit anything. You're barely damaging anything.
he says, I am a sword. You are swinging me. Right. Ulfgar, how about... well, wait, hang on. We've dealt with all the skellies, actually, so we can break turn order at this point.
Did we actually see a spirit?
See us... Wait,
Moa?
from what?
Did we actually see Moa flying
Yes.
around?
Yes,
It was
you
actually
did.
tangible,
Yes.
flying around this snake Jakuli thing.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that does make sense. Otherwise, it couldn't have been pushed out the way. But I just had to ask. Ulfgar would probably originally have been trying to help Valia because that's who he was trying to help the whole time. Even though seeing the Jakuli jump into Tobias, he also saw a giant shadowy Iblis jump into Valia. So he's like, talk to me. What's going on? Tobias, no. What? And he's just trying to figure out what's going on. So I don't know, insight, if they're even talking or what might be happening. He's just trying to figure out if they're possessed. If they don't seem to be attacking him at the moment. So that he's kind of got that going for him. Is there do they just need a good bloodletting?
Right, so you're trying to... you want to make like a roll, or are you asking them, or a bit of both, or...
I want to... Because I don't know if a roll is needed or not. I guess an insight
Break out
check
the
is...
leeches and the plague doctor mask.
Right. But it's a matter of... He wants to know if they're themselves because he saw some sort of creature, or at least he thinks he did, saw some sort of creature enter both of their bodies.
Okay. Then make an insight check if you're trying to figure out if they are themselves.
Okay.
Okay. I think at the moment, like with the short amount of time that's passed, the best you can tell is that Tobias is pretty distracted at this current moment.
Okay. Ulfgar would call for Aelia and Kellisto. It provided that the shield is not zapping us anymore. He'd call for them to come over and help. I think Tobias and Valia have been taken over by spirits.
The shield is not zapping you anymore.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
How big is that shield? Like it's wall-sized shield?
It's pretty big. I mean, that seems like a little oversized, but...
When I asked before, you'd said that it was normal size and it was just exaggerated in the picture.
Yeah, that is exaggerated. But I mean, it's a larger shield, but it is something that you could pick up if you wanted to.
I have to use a shield, so it's like I guess my shield size.
We could just aim
I'm
it
just gonna
at
stand
Valia.
up and I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna walk over and look at the shield. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna look around and be like, oh, finally, y'all got quiet. I want to go look at the shield.
Okay. Yeah, so it's currently face down on the ground, in front of where it was kind of hanging previously. It's got leather straps on the back. It is bronze. It's kind of big, but not too big to where you think you couldn't lift it or carry it.
I want to pick it up and point it at one of the corpses to see if it zaps them. Probably not, but...
Oh, like one of the skeletons?
Yeah.
So when you pick it up,
Probably gonna zap me, but it's okay.
Can you describe how you're picking it up?
Just with the the leather straps are, I guess they're sitting upright. I'm just gonna kind of lift it up away from me to like maybe this guy here.
Okay. Hang on 1 second. Let me read the specifics.
Shield of blasting.
So apparently you didn't learn anything about picking things up.
Oh,
Oh, she did. Always pick things up.
yes. You never know what could happen until you try.
Okay.
I swear I didn't know that it was a cursed item.
So yeah, nothing happens. Oh wait, hang on. Show me the guy that you're pointing it at again. Where are you standing to point it?
I'm like right here where I can just like barely make out like the edge of like half of it.
Why don't you move your character to where you are?
Yeah, I guess that would help. Like, yeah, the
Okay.
area.
All right. So it and Callisto, you get kind of a glimpse of this. On the front of the shield is embossed with the image of a hunter, and when Valia kind of picks it up to point it at that skeleton, you see that this hunter on the front of the shield is actually animated, and for a moment it kind of looks around, and then it sees you, and now it's going to hurl an energy spear at you, I'm afraid.
No. Put it down! Put it down!
You're a monkey. I mean a
Oh,
gorilla.
yeah.
So that deals
Lots
force
of gorilla.
damage.
Ooh. Well, at least
Oh.
it's hurting your gorilla
Yeah, I'm not a
form.
gorilla anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm just gonna lay it face back down. I'm like, oh, that's not what it was supposed to aim for. Sorry. Well, we're just gonna leave that right there.
Ulfgar
Yeah,
says,
that
so you're okay then. Callisto, are you alright? You look a bit singed.
Oh, it moves.
Well, yeah, it throws energy beams. What do you mean it moves?
So the figure on the front moves. It looked for me. It looked at me. And then it hit me.
Okay. Tobias?
Yep, let's just leave that shield right there. I'm just gonna come around over here. I'm gonna be like, where did that bird go? Or not the bird, the Jakuli, the other one. Where did Moa go?
Tobias, are you okay?
I look at you. I'm like, I thought she was in your head.
Not in my head anymore.
I've seen better days.
I just smile and point at Tobias. I was like, and I just start laughing. I just start cackling like I'm in.
Okay.
It's like, better you than me. Whoa. Don't you talk to things too? Like, not just Moa, right? No, I mean, I've heard you talking to yourself.
Right.
There's a visible concern on Tobias' face.
Everybody calm down. It's alright. We'll sort through this. I'm just gonna have a quick peek to make sure we haven't attracted any attention out in the hall.
I say that we should just get out of this room and go, and I think you should follow me because that's how things should work around here.
Right. Oh no, my pup. Hold on a second. She wants down.
She's not happy.
Oh, there's a good girl. I know, I'm sorry. Oh, goodness.
Right, who's doing what?
Valia is demanding that we all follow her.
I look at her and I'm like, since when?
As I said, Ulfgar was originally walking towards the doors just to see if any attention had been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you kind of stick your head out, look around.
Okay.
No, coast looks clear.
Okay. I think we should just take it easy for a moment and figure out what just happened. Tobias, you got some spiny snake jumped into you, and Valia, you had some kind of critter jump into you.
Yeah, I figured that much.
And Ulfgar to ask Aelia to see if she could like divine anything, perhaps.
Okay, I'll take a look at that.
Okay, and I'll take care of the pup again.
It's okay. All right, let's see what. Well,
I just correct Ulfgar. It's not a critter. It is a bird and a crane, to be exact.
So what do you? I know Aelia is trying to figure out like if she can use her divine power to maybe some guidance or something like that. Anybody else doing anything?
I'm like, what's going on? What are you guys talking about? Because I didn't see like all that happening. I heard things, but I didn't see. What are you talking about? Cranes and snakes and stuff.
And I just like shake my head. I was like, there was so much in my head, and I pointed at my head. I was like, there's lots of stuff going on, but it's okay now. I think we're fine.
I look at her kind of like sideways, like, okay.
I'm just gonna shove the amulet in my pouch and be like, okay, I think we should leave.
Aelia says, I could ask my god, if we propose an action, I can ask my god if that course of action will be good or bad. But I don't have much really to help us figure out what's going on aside from the fact that you're being inhabited by spirits. She says, I could check for undead.
I just point at the floor, like, undead. There, I found it for you. Yay!
Damn,
I'm like, I said, well, we're looking for a soulmonger, something that's walking, raise the dead, reanimated stuff, necromancy, that kind of crazy stuff. Nothing can be good going from this point. I think even your gods your ancestors or whatever would agree with.
She says, you've got a point.
So I wouldn't waste your magic fingers. I think you guys probably should rest up, and then I think we should leave. We need to continue on. And, well, it'll probably take time for me and Tobias to deal with what's going on with us, but yay, we're inhabited by gods. Surprise!
So do you want to go for a second try at a full rest?
That will be ideal.
I think it would be ideal, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, we might go and set up this shield in the entrance.
Aelia says, you could push this whole chariot in the way if you want.
That's even better idea.
Yep.
So she kicks aside some skeleton bones from under the wheels and approaches one of the wheels on this side, or approaches the wheel on this side and kind of pushes her shoulder against it, to kind of start it rolling forward.
Yeah, I'll get the other side, I guess, over here. This side.
Okay.
Ulfgar, you might want to move or you're going to be crushed.
Alright, it's back just in time.
Sorry.
the rest of the party has come to the conclusion that a long rest would be really good right about now. And so the idea is, now that everything that in this room has happened, this chariot is pushed into the doorway as kind of a blockade, and you maybe can... No, you can't ride in the chariot.
Well, you said it's being pushed forward. So.
I know, I'm just messing. But maybe you can put your hut back up and...
Show enough.
Okay. Alright, so chariot ends up, big mess, kind of... Yeah, sorry, we can't, I can't actually move that chariot. But it ends up in kind of... in some fashion in front of the door.
Okay.
And so you're going to set your hut up there.
Yep.
Okay. And we're going for round 2 of long rest.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Alright, are you doing watches again?
I'll take first again.
Yeah, and I'm going to summon Arokh.
Okay.
And I'll do that thing that I'm supposed to do with the staff. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it, but
You just gotta focus.
stare at it.
Just focus on it. Don't
Alright, focus
stare
on
at it.
for a
Focus
half
on
hour,
it.
fall asleep.
It'll suddenly click. It'll make sense. And maybe you take watch with Valia while you do it, and I'll take watch with Tobias just to be sure.
I'm like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. We're perfectly fine.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Let's see how far longer.
Alright. So who's doing first watch? Who's doing second watch?
I was doing first.
I am doing first with her.
I'll do second.
And I'll do second.
Okay.
Flippy will
So-
do third.
What was that?
Flippy will do third.
Yes. Flippy's just kind of like,
Actually,
he just
yeah.
doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Okay. So the like almost to the end of the first watch, the same kind of shuffling and stone grinding is heard. So that stone grinding noise, followed by shuffling, and then sure enough, you see kind of these pale looking dwarves trundling past the doorway. It's kind of tough to see them, but you can kind of peek between the wheel spokes and whatnot of the chariot, and you see these pale dwarf legs kind of shuffling by. I don't know. Anybody want to do anything?
I'm just gonna keep watching. I'm just like, God, what are these guys doing? Does this new god that I have in my head have any information?
Oh yeah, let's look at
They're tasty. With a bit of ketchup.
Can I eat them? Are they rotten? Will they make me sick?
You just need to poke them with your beak. Push one over the edge, see if they fly.
Papa Zottle does not have any extra info to share with you on this.
About Moa?
Fresh meat.
No, actually neither of them do.
I do. They're dwarves. Leave them alone.
Alright. So I don't know, anybody doing anything? Aside from asking your spirit friends?
No, I'll ignore them.
Okay. So about half an hour goes by, Another couple pass by, and then you actually don't see them return, and before the end of your watch. So switch watches. Sorry. And all this talk of sleeping. And the whoever's on the next watch. Wait, hang on. That's Ulfgar, right?
Yes.
Ulfgar and Tobias?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys see maybe about an hour into your watch, you see these dwarves shuffle past the door now. Oh, now going in this direction.
Hold on. Okay.
And then you hear
Sorry about that.
Wow, I did not
I mean,
anticipate
that's
that.
like
Everybody wake up, we're under attack.
my phone. Sorry about that.
Perfect timing.
so dwarves shuffle
That's what
past and
happens
then
when they discovered us in the room.
some crazy magic spell goes off. And, but then there's the stone grinding noise. And then a little bit of shuffling, stone grinds again, and then you don't hear or see any more dwarf activity.
The dwarves are being ground up.
And you're able to finish that watch without any further interruption.
I have to say Ulfgar would probably be watching Tobias more than the dwarves.
Hey, interruption bits. That's facepalm bits. Thank you, lol. So yeah, I don't know. Tobias, are you kind of trying to keep this to yourself? The fact that you have like a sword who is trying to
Actually, I shared before that the sword is, sentient in some way.
But are you keeping it to yourself that the sword is like not happy about your spirit inhabitant?
Yeah,
okay.
That.
Alright, so you've got this kind of. It's not like as bad as when it was the two spirits arguing, but it is kind of. There is this constant sense of conflict in your mind.
Good.
Moa is not happy about your sword either.
So it's like Ulfgar and Valia constantly.
Yeah.
Puppers.
Rainbow. Okay, so then you're able to get a full rest in, so everybody's got a long rest now.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, finally.
Let's bring her to 56. Yay! Oh, no, not temporary hit points. And then restore all the abilities. Look at that. Spells.
Alright, so now what you doing?
Gonna go back to sleep again.
You know you don't get double the spells, right?
Ask everybody's like, did y'all notice stone grinding noise when we saw these dwarves walk by?
I did.
And they coming on a regular basis. So
maybe we follow them, see what they're up to before we
Well,
just
some
start.
were going around and up the stairs, and some were coming back and going back down the stairs. So
I didn't notice them carrying anything. You'd think that they would be, though.
I think they're just supervising.
Something tells me that they're not quite that bright. I mean, they've just been walking by, seeing us laying here.
So are we going out?
yeah,
I'm not too keen on staying in here.
smells a bit in here.
Let me check something. and I'm going to turn to more. I've seen that you give Valia ability to be invisible. Can you do the same for me?
Moa says, yes. Not very often, but yes.
Is this internal dialogue? I must know.
Did you say it out loud, Tobias? Or...
I think
No.
that means no.
Okay. So yeah, you.
Okay. Just curious
Mm,
if we should
just
be
give me a while. I would like to go outside. Well, I will. Will I be able to squeeze past the chariot?
Yeah. Yep.
But this. Hang on. Let me check something. About the more. Oh, okay. And I'll be right outside the door. In the door. And I'm going to wait. And I'm going to be turned into invisible by the moment.
Okay. So everybody else sees Tobias kind of squeeze past the chariot, and he's standing in the doorway for a minute, and then disappears.
like, would it be possible that he disappeared around the corner, or is it obvious that he just disappeared?
Would you have been kind of focused on him while?
Well, I was thinking that we were kind of moving to leave, so. And I've been watching him very closely.
Yeah. I think, yeah, no, it doesn't look like he disappeared around the corner. It looks like he just vanished.
I send a message in the direction of where I last saw him
Okay.
and say, Tobias, are you still there?
Arokh confirms. He's not getting far.
Ulfgar turns to Arokh. Is Tobias okay? He seems to be struggling with whatever it is.
Perhaps you'll be struggling also with so much things on your mind.
That doesn't really help me understand if he's doing okay. You know his mind better than anybody. Is he okay? Should we be worried?
Not for now, but I'm not sure.
Right.
Kellisto and Valia, what are you guys up to?
We just woke up, right? So
I'm just kind of sitting here. I don't know. I guess just mumbling, talking to myself. This new god in my head.
I'm watching her talk to herself, and I'm looking at Ulfgar like, what are we gonna do? I look back at her and I watch her.
Ulfgar just kind of gives you one of these looks.
I just tell him, like, I think you're probably better suited in my head than the other one.
So, should we continue on?
Aelia says, yes, we must find and destroy the Soulmonger.
Arx is going to cut in. Let's wait for a while. We don't know what's going on out there. You saw those dwarves. These looks like they're coming out of nowhere.
Who was saying this? Was it Arokh?
Arokh.
Okay.
It's 15 minutes.
Excuse me. What are we waiting
Okay.
to find out?
Do you recall those noises? Those stone grinds?
Aye.
We're waiting for them for this cue.
Okay. And then what?
And then we will be thinking about it. What to do.
So we're waiting for the noises, and then we're going to think what to do.
Correct.
Your plan doesn't seem to have much plan in it.
It's missing the action part.
Aye. We're going to wait until something happens, and then when it does, we're going to do something. It seems to be lacking that something that we need to be doing. Are we investigating that stone sound? Are the following the dwarves? Or are we just going to slaughter the lot of them? Because, I mean, they're all undead anyway.
That's what Tobias meant by peeking out.
By peeking out?
Yeah, that's what he described it.
Where did Tobias go? Is he downstairs now, or is he just outside the door, or what? So Ulfgar's eyeing up, looking to get around the cart at this point.
From what I can tell, he's just in the doorway.
Ulfgar starts looking closely. Is he in the doorway or around the outside of the doorway? Is he enchanted? Excuse me.
He turned invisible.
Oh. Why didn't you say so? Save a lot of time. So you're looking to try and find out what's going on without being seen by him, right?
Finally, you got it.
Why didn't you say so in the first place? Fine.
You aren't the brightest one, are you?
You said you're going to wait for a stone sound and then do something. How am I supposed to figure out that he's invisible from that?
Alex going to mumble something in Draconic.
Don't you mumble something in Draconic to me. He'll mumble back in Dwarven. Say,
Okay, so...
Sorry. Lots of mumble jumbles.
I think Kashcah is muted.
I am muted. Yep, sorry. I turned my mic off, so I definitely was coughing. So 15 minutes, right? Kellisto, is that kind of what you're waiting?
Yes, that's what I said out loud.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything within that 15 minutes?
No.
Okay. So 15 minutes pass and no dwarf noises.
except for Ulfgar mumbling in Dwarven.
All right, let's go. Tired of waiting.
Help me move this. And he starts pushing on the cart.
Can we get past it? Without having to move it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. And he'll start climbing over. Excuse me.
Okay.
So I just climb over it and I start going. Does anyone want to go in a particular direction?
Trying to remember what direction we came from.
We came from.
Hey, we can also just go back to the surface and go to the town for our shopping.
Let's go downstairs.
Yeah, let's go downstairs. Lead the way, Ulfgar.
Right. Anybody else come in? There's a bird and a lizard and two more lizards. Some guy
Yeah.
I can't see.
Some kind of counts.
At least I know
Ulf-
Aelia's along for the
Ulfgar,
ride.
Ulfgar, make a perception check.
What's that?
Make a perception check.
Okie doke.
And Kellisto, make one too, please.
Where is it? There it is.
Ulfgar, there's something weird about the wall in the corner. It looks like some of it is misshapen or doesn't quite fit.
Hold up a second, Ulfgar says to Kellisto. Back up a sec, and he'll start moving towards that corner again. So this doesn't look right here. And he'll start like putting his hands on the walls to see if he can feel any openings or fulcrum release levers, buttons, switches, traps, openings.
Make an investigation check. See if you can find the trigger.
Or you can cast knock.
It might not be a door.
So you are. Hang on, let me check. Actually, one sec. Sorry.
If it's of dwarven make, my stone cunning might give me a bonus.
You're pretty sure that there's a secret door here, but you can't quite find the trigger for it.
Alright. He'd actually say almost exactly that out loud to Kellisto. Here, you're pretty good at finding those. You have a look. Then he'd step aside.
Who is that to?
He says it to you.
Okay. Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's the wall to the west. That,
You know my
oh,
investigation is only
jeez.
2, right?
She's like, well, it's right here. Of course.
Yep. So you find the spot and the little handle for it, and twist it, and the wall in front of you slides as if it's on stone runners, and makes a very familiar kind of grinding noise.
Ooh.
And in front of you
There's the dwarves being ground up.
is
Well done, lassie.
this room there.
Why? Is this the toilet?
And let me read this to you. This is so this is a stone font with water in it.
I move in and look at the water.
Okay. So when you look into the font, the water begins to swirl around, and an eerie light emanates from the basin. And slowly an image resolves on the water's surface. So hang on one second, and I will tell you what you see. Hang on.
Frog god. I don't think we have enough people in our party to be possessed by all of them.
Don't give her a challenge. Don't give her a challenge.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, one sec. I have to go look at something on a map. One moment, caller. Where the heck was that? I don't remember even seeing that.
What have you two found? Says Aelia. Is it a shortcut?
Maybe, if it's like that other fountain, but I don't think so.
Ulfgar says, shortcut to what? We don't even know where we're going in here.
Okay, the image is in black and white. I'm just trying to find, like, where this dude is in this particular level. Sorry, one sec. Okay, it doesn't actually help if he's not actually there. Okay, we're gonna have to go up one, I think. Sorry.
Aelia says, I'll keep an eye on the stairs while you investigate that room. She's just standing there watching for anybody coming up the stairs. Flippy,
Where the heck are they?
Where what?
A thing. I need a thing. Need to find the thing, and then I'll be able to tell you
Thing of
what
theirs.
you see on the surface of the water, and it will all be great. Sorry, last one to check.
I'm very worried all of a sudden.
Found it. So you see, on the surface of the water, a, what looks like it looks like you're looking through somebody's eyes. It's black and white though, and you see like what looks like a door right in front of you. Wait, hang on, what level am I on? Okay, see what looks like a door right in front of you, and to the sides of this viewpoint are
a dwarf and a half-elf looking into a pool. Suddenly a large greatsword appears over their heads.
there is a lever. So there's kind of like it's a very small room that you're in, and there's a lever to the left of you on a wall that is within arm's reach. A little bit further away, maybe like 5 feet away from you, directly in front of you, is a doorway, and to your right is kind of another bit of wall. So the doorway is like recessed, into this wall, and then the wall is like right there next to you. So there's a lever over here, and then the view turns a little bit to the right, and it's a very small room. There's a chunk of wall, and then there's a flat surface of wall to your right, except that there's a hole that looks like it's a crawlway, so it's like you could crawl down it. And that hole is in that wall to the right. To the left is just a lever and a flat wall, and that's what you see.
So that's what I see in the water.
That's what you see in the water. It's like you're looking through somebody's eyes, but it's in black and white.
Being behind her, do I see that too?
Yeah, actually you would. And actually, both of you make an Arcana check, because I think both of you, being magic users, might know what this is.
I don't think so.
No. Never mind.
I still think it's the bathroom.
No, it's very clearly magical, but you're just not sure kind of what the magic is.
I'm gonna reach into the water and see if I can grab the.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's an image.
Okay. So as you reach in, let me go back to where you guys are. As you reach in, right, the water starts bubbling intensely, and violently. It kind of begins just, let's back up a bit. So you kind of put you're reaching your hand towards it, and the water starts bubbling a little bit, and it just becomes more and more kind of violent, right? And eventually, I don't know how long you're gonna kind of stand there, but so the water is bubbling violently, and it's splashing up now at this point. And then out of the splashes of water, two great armored hands like kind of put like reach out of the water and put like one hand each on the sides of the font and then lifts itself up, and it's this guy. Yay! And let's see if he has a handout. So he is kind of lifting himself up out of the water. He looks like this.
Oh god.
Hey, friendo.
Okay. Ulfgar like grab Kellisto's shoulders, drawing her backwards, saying, "By the beard!"
And well, first I'd like to Kellisto and Ulfgar, what are you doing? Ulfgar, you said you're pulling Kellisto back. Anything else you guys are doing?
No idea if this thing's gonna attack us or not, but most likely. What's that?
Regretting my decision.
Should have jumped face first.
So Tobias and Valia, you hear a lot of splashing from within this doorway that Ulfgar and Kellisto just walked through. You can see Ulfgar is standing right there, and Kellisto is not far from him either.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of splashing going on, and Ulfgar exclaims, and they seem to be backing up.
Just to be noted, I'm still invisible.
Mm-hmm. Noted. Okay, so
A quick side note:
yeah.
did Kellisto finish attuning to the staff?
Oh yeah. Yep, you would have. Oh, so actually I should switch that over, shouldn't I? What do you guys want to do while I'm switching this over?
Well, we probably back away.
Draw my weapons and back up a step. Yeah. Oops.
Yep.
Okay.
Hold on. There we go. Excuse me.
Here, Kellisto, I've added a handout for you describing the staff.
And Ulfgar would probably reach a hand out for Aelia like this. Accidentally put it right on the rump of the horse, of which she probably would not appreciate. But he wouldn't be looking at what he's doing, and he'd just be kind of pointing with his weapon at this point at the dude that's coming out. The dude. The thing that's coming out. I have no idea if it's male, female, or whatever.
It might be. I
coming
think
out
it's
of the well.
gender free. You know, does not.
Let's get a good zoom in on this. Has it got masked heads on its belt?
Let's see this handout again. That's kind of awesome.
It is kind of awesome, but from Ulfgar's perspective, that's kind of terrifying. Can't think of a good reason why someone would have masked heads on their belt.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with my staff.
Okay. Alright, as it's climbing out, I'll give you one kind of free free round, and then we're gonna roll initiative to see how we do.
Okay.
Right, but yeah, go for it.
So I'm a little confused how to do this, but
Oh, I need to look at it again.
You are proficient with it, so it would be like a quarter staff with a bonus to it.
Yeah, so you could roll like your scimitar. It's like your scimitar, but
okay.
+3, right?
Well, scimitar's only a d6.
No, but the attack roll it would be the same because proficiency plus the attribute.
Excuse me.
But +3.
My scimitar is
Oh god.
the 1d6 plus 3 with a +6 so then it would be a 1d6 plus that's damage. Sorry.
That's her.
So if I just hit my scimitar and then add 3 to it.
Yep. Okay.
That affects your to hit as well. Because it's so it's +3 on
Yeah, that's what we were just saying.
hit and damage.
So that's 17.
Yep, so that hits him.
Okay. And it says when you hit with a melee attack using it, you can expend up to 3 of its charges. For each charge you expend, the target takes an extra 1d6 force.
Here, I think I can just drop it on your character sheet because it's in the compendium. So I'm going to try this, okay?
Just a heads up, I tried to drop it onto mine. It did not work.
Oh
but
yeah, it does not seem to want to work.
I would imagine a
Oh, it's
+3.
it's in your inventory, but not as an attack. That's a bummer.
You might need to drag it to the attack area.
Oh. Hang on.
Oh.
Worst case, you could just drag a +3 quarterstaff.
Do
on
it. Nope, now you've got 2. Sorry. Oh, you've got 3. Oh. Sorry.
+3.
So that I'm just gonna. So it looks like all I have to do is roll a 1d6 force damage.
That's for the bonus damage. You still do your regular quarterstaff +3.
Well, there's if I hit scimitar, and then you said add 3 to that, right? That's to the attack.
Yep. So that's
It's
7
still
points of
the
damage plus
same
whatever
thing.
force damage you want to do.
Here.
Okay.
Unless you were using it two-handed, in which case you'd be rolling a d8. But that's just to make things more complex.
Okay, there we go. So I added the quarterstaff, which will do the same, but it doesn't do the, like it does the damage and the roll, but
The force is extra.
the force is extra, so we can.
Use the force, Callisto.
There we go.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So you strike him in the head as he's climbing out of the pool, and
Bang.
you hear this kind of empty.
Technically, I did it 3 times, right? Because I can expend up to 3 of its charges.
Oh my god! Hang on. As 10, when you hit with a melee attack, you can expend up to So you can do one extra d6, 3. Oh, basically 3 extra d6.
D8?
What?
Is it D8 or D6?
No, it's d6.
Okay, sorry.
So you do roll 3d6.
Interesting.
Okay. So you did 19 damage to him total. All right. Okay, so you hit him in the head. A big clang echoes throughout the kind of stairwell here, and he looks pretty pissed off.
As much as a suit of armor can.
Yeah. He kind of lets out this roar and jumps the rest of the way out of the font. And I think we're going to actually leave it there for today.
Inspiration. I'll give inspiration. Inspiration. to her, because she's gonna need it. She's going toe to toe with this dude.
Well done, my dudes. Well done.
Wow. So half the party's possessed.
That was pretty good though. 19 points of damage. Clang.
Well
I like
done.
it. All right. Yeah, we'll finish this fight next time.
Yep. Thanks everybody for coming out. Thanks viewers. Thanks players. Thanks Kashcah. We'll see you guys next time. Tune in for we're getting close to the end here, from what I understand. So tune in for the last few episodes. We'll see you guys next time.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.